I'm able to connect with my clients at much deeper level and became the advanced yoga and meditation trainer.
तो वो जो एक shift आया कि that you are now, like first you are with Air Force and then fitness, discipline and mountaineering.
Getting into mountaineering came, or I chose it at the point of my life wherein I was into very, very difficult phase. I would always feel very close to the divine when I was standing up. So those were those moments wherein I had really faced death. At times it's also, the guidance also comes from the level of their own loved ones, from the level of their spirits. So we bring the health back to an organ or area where it's not that much. Spiritual arena में ज़्यादा egos and politics देखने को मिलती है more than the corporate world.
We all can be healers because mothers, especially women, they are the first healers.
Natural.
I always tell that they are natural healers.
Natural born healers.
है ना? आज की सोलफुल शेयरिंग में मेरे साथ हैं स्क्वाड्रन लीडर प्रीति सेमवाल, एक मल्टी टैलेंटेड महिला जो एक ऑफिसर, एक योगा ट्रेनर और माउंटेनियर और अब हीलर भी हैं। इन टोटलिटी एक लीडर और एक ऐसी मिसाल हैं जिनको लगता है कि वो इस अर्थ रियलिटी में एक सफ़र पे आई हैं और ये उनकी पुरानी रूट्स के साथ भी नाता जुड़ा है और ये जो जर्नी है वो शायद पुरानी रूट्स ने ही उन्हें यहाँ तक पहुँचाया है। तो इनके बारे में और जानने के लिए इन्हीं के साथ इन्हीं की ज़ुबानी। हाय प्रीति।
हाय विभा, थैंक यू सो मच। इतना सुंदर और इतना कंसाइज मैंने अपना इंट्रोडक्शन पहली बार सुना है, सो आई रियली थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर दैट। एंड यस, व्हेन यू से दैट about my roots, where I come from, I think yes, that is who I am, and that is what I identify myself with. I was in the Air Force, I served in the Air Force, and it was a beautiful journey for me. I had a lot of learning there, but I think that it was a process. It was a process for me to bring me to the point where I am today. And I was always fascinated with sports. That was my calling. Being healthy and fit was my calling. So that's how I became an advanced mountaineer and was climbing, and I still do that sometimes. And from there, when I wanted to know what are my options of staying fit and healthy, that is where yoga came into picture for me. And when I started learning yoga as a student, I realized that I want more. I want to know more what I'm not getting in my regular classes. And that is where I learned yoga to become a trainer and teacher. So I learned the basic and then the advanced and became the advanced yoga and meditation trainer. When I did that, I wanted a little more.
Still more.
A little
उड़ान
more.
भरते ही जा रहे थे आप।
Yes. So a little more, and I wanted to go back to the point where we come from. So I learned from pre and post pregnancy yoga.
Wow.
And I started giving my sessions to people. Especially when I started doing my live online sessions, I realized that I'm able to connect with my clients at much deeper level.
To the womb level.
To the womb level,
Wow.
yes. And also to the level of the psychology of my clients, what they're going through. Mm-hmm. So this is something which kind of opened something inside me. And I started to think, where is this coming from? Because this was beyond the capacity of just being a normal yoga trainer. Mm-hmm. So that touching and that understanding the energy field was beyond that. And
So probably योग करते करते आपका भी एक कोई एक ऐसा शिफ्ट आया जो पुरानी, जो आप जब रूट्स की बात भी मुझसे कह रही थी, तो वहाँ पे कनेक्ट हो गई क्योंकि आप वूम हीलिंग में आ गई, राइट? तो वो एक कनेक्शन आ गया और आपको लगा कि आपके वहाँ से हीलिंग, वो चैनल बन गया।
यस, आई एग्री, बिकॉज मुझे क्या लगता है विभा, looking at my own journey, actually I'll only speak about that part, that like I'm saying that it was a process for me. Everything that was happening, say we all have our difficult experiences in life and all those, so वो एक के बाद एक कड़ी जुड़ती चली जाती है, isn't it? It's like that, right? And personally for me, I'll say that for me, being very, very disciplined worked for me. So whatever I was learning, I was really imbibing it to the core of my heart
before putting it into action.
Yes, into action. I was living it. I was living everything that was being taught to me. So I think that really helped me.
So that's your training also. Over here, I have to mention this, that प्रीति के फादर एक सिविल ऑफिसर थे और मदर हाउसवाइफ थी, बट वो लॉयर बनना चाहती थी और फादर डिफेंस में आना चाहते थे। तो यहाँ पे आप ऑफिसर भी बन गई और आपने शायद लॉ भी कर लिया।
yes. It was for me that I wanted to
make both the parents happy.
Yes.
Lovely.
So I wanted to give it to my parents like that. Wow. So yes, that is what I did.
They must be proud of you.
Yes.
They are proud of you.
Yes.
So प्रीति, जब आप माउंटेनियर बने, तो वो जो एक शिफ्ट आया कि that you are now, like first you are with Air Force and then fitness, discipline and mountaineering. How was that experience to you?
I really will have to tell you this, Vibha. This getting into mountaineering came, or I chose it at the point of my life wherein I was into a very, very difficult phase. Okay. And this came only from a very conscious decision to leave my children with a memory of a very strong and capable mother.
And rising high.
Yes.
Crossing the hurdles.
Yes.
So beautiful.
And to leave this planet with two very, very compassionate and very intelligent men who would respect women in all aspects and who would know women as very, very capable entities. So that was my little way of raising two little boys to become those men. That is where it came from. And apart from, yes, myself dealing with the trauma that I was going through. So it was very, very therapeutic, and with a sense that I'm giving and leaving my sons with a beautiful example that how women could be and should be.
And also in that, probably because जब आप mountaineer bante, this is not a normal thing,
Yeah.
Women don't, it doesn't come naturally to to choose this, right?
Yes.
So this is also, as I said, that for yourself also, it would have been, feeling like a, conqueror.
Yes.
You crossed the borders and you crossed those big mountains and, standing on top of the mountain and that I've arrived, I've achieved, right? I've reached.
Yes.
That would be the beautiful feeling.
And now when I really look back at the time when I had started my mountaineering journey, and I didn't really know that I'm in a healer making, I would always feel very close to the divine when I was standing up on those heights alone in the glacier.
Wow. So Preeti, which was the most memorable climb for you?
So Bibha, each climb is very special to me. Each mountain is very special. But all those situations, rather than, telling all the viewers about my special climb, I would rather want to tell about the special moments that I have felt and all of the climbs, you know. So those were those moments wherein I had really faced death close, like really very close. And those were the times when I have felt most close to my children and the divine together. So there was one time when I had fallen down in a crevasse. So I had not gone all the way inside, but you know that वो एक वो एकदम ऐसा लम्हा सा होता है, क्षण होता है ना, wherein like, so I was walking and there was this crevasse and I just slipped into it, and there was just itna sa rucksack se, I got saved with that, and I could see inside. There was no fear, Vibha.
Wow.
It was endless. It was beautiful. There was a different kind of a light that I was seeing inside, and there was no end to the depth. And I jumped out of it and came out. Everybody around me in the team were very scared. They thought that they would lose me, but I came out with a smile and a sense of, you know, seeing something divine and beautiful.
I can see that in your eyes.
Yes.
I can feel that movement in your eyes right now.
It was so beautiful. So beautiful. Wow. So, yes.
So empowering, and so much,
is.
Probably in gratitude.
So much.
In gratitude.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
When did yoga came into life? Or how did yoga enter into your life?
Oh yes, that I think a very beautiful question, I must say, because I think that's going to help a lot of people who would be watching this. I have always been a fitness freak, like I have already said this. So for me, health, staying fit came as my natural self. So when I had my elder son, immediately I hit the gym back after my delivery, and I started running and doing all those things which I was doing earlier without realizing that how sensitive my body is at this point of time, and I was not in acceptance of that at all. So I started doing all the exercises, running, everything, and it took a toll on me physically. I had spondylitis, I had cervical, I had sciatica, which led all of these leading to vertigo. I would faint anytime, and then after say about a year, I couldn't walk. Wow. So I was practically on bed for about 2 years. I had to be wearing my flats. I couldn't go to the party. I couldn't dance, which I love so much. So everything wrong was happening in my body, and I knew by the time where it's coming from. I should have taken rest, and I should have taken care of myself physically. So when I had my second son, the younger one, that was the time I decided that I will look for some healthier option for myself, because still I couldn't sit. I had to find ways to get myself back. That's where yoga came into picture, and that's where I started learning yoga. As a student, of course, yes. And I realized that it is such a holistic option. It was not only working for me physically, but it was working for my mind, for my soul. And I couldn't have asked for more.
Wow.
Yes.
So, योग हुआ, और उसके बाद आप योग के ट्रेनर बने.
Yeah.
और उसके बाद आप प्री एंड पोस्ट प्रेगनेंसी स्पेशलिस्ट बन गए योग के, राइट? एंड दैट्स वेयर यू रियलाइज्ड दैट मोमेंट व्हेन यू वर देयर ऑन द माउंटेन, दैट मोमेंट व्हेन यू वर देयर ऑन द माउंटेन, that you can connect to the womb.
Yes. And that was the time I also realized one thing about the roots that I was coming from. Because I come from a family of great healers, astrologers, priests, and everything that my family has been doing, my grandparents, my great-grandparents, great-great-grandparents, everything started making sense to me. and I could see where I am coming from and what I have been born with. So all of it made a natural sense to me.
With responsibility this time, more responsibility,
And more awareness.
more awareness,
And more connection.
conscious connection.
Yes. And also a very beautiful thing, being very proud of the family that I was coming from.
So beautiful.
Until the time, I had never felt this proud of my roots.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, great. मुझे बताओ, ये जो आपने थेरेपी सीखी है, क्राइनोसेक्रल, ये क्या है?
Okay, so craniosacral therapy, or CST as we say it in short, it's a non-invasive gentle touch therapy wherein we approach our clients through gentle touch, and we start with any part of the body and align ourselves with the movement and the frequency of the body, and see that where the health is stuck. In CST, we say that nobody is unhealthy. It's just that the health is stuck somewhere else. So we bring the health back to an organ or area where it's not that much.
So when you said that health is stuck, or
Yeah.
there is a blockage in the health
Yes.
to be healthy?
Yes. So every part in our body has a perfect rhythm to it. The rhythm that we are born with.
Yeah.
Okay. Over a period of time, starting from the time we are in the womb of our mother, all the traumas that we are going through, all the experiences, everything that is happening outside and inside the womb is affecting us. Affecting us at the level of mind, body, and soul. Okay, so the perfect rhythm, or the perfect frequency, is getting disturbed to that extent. Okay, so in CST we try to bring back the disturbed frequency back to the level of that perfect one which we are supposed to get born with. So it's that. So this is one of the modalities that I use while healing the people. Apart from this, there are a lot of other things that have naturally come up, or I'll say opened up to me. So I used hypnotherapy. Bach Flower remedy is another one which I have learned, and automatic writing comes into play. So, and of course, the universal guidance, which is, I would say, is the foremost thing for me, foremost thing. And wherein I get guided which modalities to be used at this point of time while I'm healing my client.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Yes.
What kind of clients come to you?
Vibha, I get clients of all the sorts, wherein they are suffering from physical issues, body aches, chronic body pains, chronic diseases, mental issues, emotional concerns. And I also get a lot of students, those who are preparing for exams, and they have a lot of anxiety they're dealing with. And a lot of people come to me, those who have gone through trauma in the past or childhood. So I get a lot of childhood abusers cases, wherein at this point of time, being at whatever age they are in, but still they are stuck into that point because it was never healed or never addressed. So I work with a lot of them as well.
When you're working with them, does it ever happen that you feel that your energy has been drained out, or you become a channel? Or you become a channel? Or is it something sometimes you feel that there's something is you have to give your energy also? What is it?
Okay, so if I really have to think about it the way you are asking me now, I think that no, it's not about. I don't feel that my energy is going. Okay, I feel completely like an open channel where I am receiving and giving it what the client is in need.
So you become a pure channel.
Pure channel, absolutely. So, in becoming a pure channel, I receive the universal guidance. That's the way I like to put it and understand. It is the guidance from the higher consciousness. It purely depends on what the client is in need of. At times, it's also the guidance also comes from the level of their own loved ones, from the level of their spirits. So that is what I offer to them. And at times, it's just pure treatment involving maybe CST or say hypnotherapy, wherein I take them back to their state of trauma and then bring them out safely and heal them. So it just depends on what the client is in need of, and I don't feel that my energy is going into that. Maybe again, I work a lot on myself, a lot. So I take out time to work on myself, keep myself into that space of energy, and give my 100% then to the clients and not be any less in my energy. So I keep working on myself as well. So during the session, I feel absolutely all right.
कभी ऐसे भी होता है कि आपको एक सेशन से ज़्यादा ज़रूरत पड़ती है किसी के साथ?
हाँ, कई बार होता है. ये डिपेंड करता है on a lot of factors actually. Number one, the kind of problem a person is facing and how long it has been there with
sitting
him. Sitting there, So that is one factor. Then it also depends on the acceptance level of the person, because many a times clients come to me because they have been referred or pushed by someone. They are not coming from the space of their
readiness, readiness to let go of the pain.
Yes, and their readiness as well as their desperation. More desperate a client is to get all right, the better it is.
The faster it
is. Yes.
मुझे solution चाहिए. It's always the solution oriented.
Yes, and we all love those clients, right? Yes.
Resolution and solution. I mean, and then you can work it out.
Yes, so it's a very beautiful relationship that you are in a desperate need and I can give you. So, it works fine. So people, those who are coming because they have been pushed or told, it takes time to bring them to that space of acceptance, right? So again, they will need more sessions. And also, some people start really enjoying it.
So they want to come back again and again because they're feeling good.
They are feeling good, Yeah. So it's very beautiful. And also, they realize that they become very aware of the things that's opening for them,
what they're experiencing also.
Yes. So from one session to another, they are becoming more connected. So they want more. So that's how.
उनको चस्का लग जाता है, जैसे हमें जुबान का चस्का लगता है कोई हम जब खाते हैं cuisine and then you like it and then you feel अच्छा ये वाला भी और फिर ये वाला भी, let's try more and I want to वो चस्का भी लग जाते हैं and that's where the cleansing start happening in their own way.
Absolutely.
And the acceptance. Yeah.
Totally. And then I think that is the start of their journey, their spiritual journey and their connection. So we are just those mediums to open up it for them. So yes.
So in this, do you see one-to-one clients or you also go through the the group sessions also?
I take group sessions, but for the healing per se, I take one-on-one. I take both in person or live online sessions. So I do both the ways, but that will be one-on-one. Yes.
And what is in the group then?
So for group, I work with meditation and yoga. That is my modality that I work
And
with.
pregnant women.
Oh yes. Completely, totally. Yes.
So good. So प्रीति, ये जो पूरा सफर कितने साल का, 5 साल हो गए आपको योग एंड इसके साथ?
Yes.
इस 5 साल में 5 तत्व तो समझ आ गए होंगे, अपनी बॉडी के एलिमेंट्स भी समझ आ गए होंगे, right? So what do you tell your clients, once they are done with their healing and they are feeling lighter, in sync, in alignment? What is it? What is the first thing when you hold hand after the session?
Yeah.
What do you tell them?
Help others.
And why so?
There are so many people who are in pain. So many souls. And there is so much of a disbelief towards healing. When it comes from someone who has experienced it, no better person than that person. So if you're my client and you are going back with such a beautiful experience, please speak out. Help someone. It's a beautiful chain. When you get healed because you were told by someone and you are going to a healer, the kind of prayer and the blessings you are getting, just for one thing, you opened up some new avenue. You opened up some new space for that person, which he or she was not even aware of.
एक को मिलता है तो दो और के आगे वो बढ़ा सकता है. दो हाथ हैं तो दो को और वो कह सकता है और साथ दे सकता है, दो को पकड़ सकता है. ऐसा मैं मानती हूँ. सो एक तुम हो और दो साथ में हैं तुम्हारे. सो तुम ये आगे बढ़ो. आगे ये फील, when you feel and you know that somebody is going through physical pain or emotional or anything, help them to find somebody or to find themselves. At least ask for help.
Absolutely. Because what I have experienced and seen, that a lot of people don't even know that there is something like this exists, or even if they know, there is a lot of disbelief whether this works or not.
क्योंकि हमने हीलर्स और ये हमने ऊपर लोगों को रखा हुआ है, तो उनके साथ है, उनकी मेहरबानी है, तो वहाँ पे हम गुरु प्रथा में है या हम इतना बिलीफ और फेथ में है, तो इसलिए आम इंसान जब कभी करता है तो हमें थोड़ा सा शक भी होता है कि एक इंसान कैसे कर रहा है.
बहुत शक होता है.
जबकि हम ये भूल जाते हैं कि हम उसी एक के अंश हैं.
yes,
और वो हमारे अंदर है. वही है वाटर ऑफ क्या कहते हैं, जैसे कहते हैं कि हर बूंद में सागर होता है, तो उस तरह से हम ये भूल जाते हैं इस चीज को.
Absolutely.
And we all can be healers, because mothers, especially women, they are the first healers.
Natural.
I always tell that they are natural healers.
Natural born healers.
है ना? जब बच्चा पेट में है और तुम्हें कुछ लगता है और तुम उससे बात करो तो बच्चा अपने आप खुद ब खुद वो हील होने लगता है. तुम्हारी सोच हील कर देती है. And it's so beautiful. The mother is the first healer for everybody.
That's such a beautiful thing. And I'll add on to this. I could always feel that my children are feeling cold or they are hungry or not without them telling, right? So yes, we are so connected, and when we so-called become healers, like professionally, that you and I would be doing, हमारा सिर्फ वो कनेक्शन बड़ा है. वो कनेक्शन तो सबके पास है. We have maybe probably been blessed कि हमारा कनेक्शन आगे बढ़ गया, हम और लोगों का भी फील करने लग गए. But otherwise it is so much there. In everyone. It's just about working on your own self.
Or knowing it. Just having the sense of knowing.
Yes.
I am.
Yes. I am.
तो अगर मैं ऐसा मानती हूँ, क्योंकि हम दोनों इसी लाइन में है, मैं ऐसा मानती हूँ कि अगर आप जो भी सोच डाल रहे हो वही आगे डालते हो. तो अगर आप ये सोच डालते हो कि मैं हील्ड हूँ, तो दूसरा भी जो आएगा वो भी धीरे धीरे हीलिंग होता जाएगा.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yes.
It's a contagious thing.
Yes. Absolutely,
Yeah,
it
it is
is. It is.
contagious
It
and a
is.
chain,
It
forming
is.
change,
Yes.
like
Yes.
so
Yes.
beautiful.
Yeah.
So मुझे प्रीति ये बताओ कि आपके जो क्लाइंट्स जब आपके सामने बैठते हैं तो उनके साथ जब आपकी बात होती है, एक तो सेशन हो गया, लेकिन उसके बाद भी वो जब आपसे कनेक्ट होते हैं तो कौन से ऐसे आपके शब्द हैं, कुछ खास शब्द होते हैं ना जो हर किसी के होते हैं, वो कौन से हैं जो उनको वापस हिम्मत दे देता है?
Don't worry. Don't worry. You'll keep slipping back. You'll keep slipping back. But remember, don't worry. It's a process. It's a journey. It's not an overnight miracle. You are a work in progress.
प्रीति, मैं 2000 से इस चीज़ में घुसी, हीलिंग में अब हो गए 23 साल के करीब, और मुझे हर बार ये लगा कि मुझे अपने आप को पहले साफ करना था, नाली को पहले अपने आप को साफ, जैसे आप तो फौजी हैं तो बंदूक की नाली को साफ किया जाता है ना, तो उसी तरह से पहले अपने आप की, अपनी स्पाइन, अपनी ब्रीदिंग और अपने आप को बिल्कुल पूरी तरह से करना होता है, और ये एक रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी होती है बिफोर आई एम विद समबडी, राइट? सो हैव यू एक्सपीरियंस दैट?
Yes.
That responsibility to heal yourself fully and completely, and then proceeding and taking charge, because you become a channel.
Yes.
So keeping yourself clean.
Yes.
आपका experience कैसा रहा?
I'm so glad, Vibha, we are talking about this aspect, because I think it is so important. Anybody who's working with energy, I think we have to be the most responsible people around.
Yeah, we have to take ownership, responsibility.
Very, very responsible. And there is no judgment about it, because we are not operating from the level of our egos.
Yeah.
If at this point of time, I am not in the space of giving, I refrain myself completely. Because जब तक हम अपने आप को पूरा नहीं कर लेते, we are not whole. We cannot offer anything to anybody. Or when we try to offer to someone, I personally feel, this is my experience, that we are not giving the right thing to the client.
So we always give what we have.
Yes.
What we are.
We are. That's it. So for me to be a channel, I have to be whole and I have to be absolutely hollow and empty. If I'm suffering, and which is, I think, Vibha, very natural for all of us, because we are living as physical entities in a physical world within our families and the environment that it is, right? So it's very natural.
गुस्सा भी आएगा, रोना भी आएगा, दुख भी होगा, सब कुछ है.
Absolutely.
Emotion सब चलेंगे.
सब चलेंगे, right?
तो लेकिन जब आप उस गद्दी पे बैठते हो, जब
Yes.
आप पे भरोसा किया जाता है, फिर वो पूरा अपने आप को ऐसे, मतलब लाइक
होल्ड करके
और वो एक शुभ हो. और कई बार गुस्सा भी आ जाता है ना कई क्लाइंट्स पे कि भाई समझते नहीं हो, फिर तुम कहते हो शांत.
Yes.
और स्पिरिचुअल ईगो सबसे भयानक चीज है कि मैं
I'm
कर
happy.
रहा हूँ, मैं कर रहा हूँ.
I'm happy that you're talking about this part also, and I would really want to share this as well, because I think I have seen, and it's my favorite thing to say, that spiritual arena में ज़्यादा egos and politics देखने को मिलती है more than the corporate world.
Actually.
Right.
मतलब भाई माफी, तुम्हें को 2 मिनट, जैसे ही तुम्हारे से 10 से ज्यादा क्लाइंट्स या 15-20 या 100 और तुम्हें नेचुरली वो लोग चढ़ा, और तुम्हें वो क्षण भर तुम ऐसे फील करो और ठक तो वो अपने आप को, मुझे लगता है कि वो जरूर अपने आप को चेक करना होता है. दोस आर चेक पॉइंट्स दैट यू हैव टू बी, इफ यू आर अ चैनल, देन इन ग्रैटिट्यूड एंड इन ग्रेस.
Completely.
And say thank you, and you say okay.
Completely.
The command, and you say okay, bye.
And also knowing that this is the time I have to step back.
Yes.
This is the time I have to retreat, be in my own space, work on my own connection, and then I can come up and start offering back again. So,
पहला मास्क खुद लगाना पड़ता है, एयरफोर्स के हैं आप,
yes.
है ना, प्लेन में, फिर दूसरे को मदद करनी, तो पहला मास्क, पहली मदद अपनी है, अपने आप को साफ रखने की है, और तभी दूसरे को.
Only then.
So beautiful.
Yes.
So beautiful. क्या कहना चाहेंगे आप सबको?
Yeah.
Because you've been working on emotional, physical level, and very, what do you say, the womb level and everything, very intense healings you've been conducting, and people are very happy.
Yeah.
So what do you want to tell them?
I would really like to tell people that do not get disheartened in your path of healing. It's a work in progress. It's a work in progress for me as well as for you. So we will keep slipping back. We will keep facing difficulties in our lives. But always remember that we are moving forward. We are moving forward. Do not lose your faith. I think if we can stay in that space, everything is going to be all right. And then help others. Whatever you receive as a healing for yourself, offer it, offer that knowledge to other people. That's all.
Thank you, Preeti.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
तो प्रीति की सारी डिटेल्स डिस्क्रिप्शन में दी जाएगी, और आप उन्हें कांटेक्ट कर सकते हैं जब भी फिजिकल, मेंटल, इमोशनल, किसी भी तरह की आपको लगे कि हीलिंग की ज़रूरत है. सो कांटेक्ट हर एंड शी विल बी देयर. थैंक यू.
Thank you so much.